David Livingstone, 1813 to 1873, was a Scottish physician, explorer, and Christian missionary who dedicated his life to exploring the African continent and promoting trade and Christianity there. He is remembered for his adventurous spirit, his dedication to helping others, and his pioneering work in the exploration of Africa. David Livingstone was born on March 19, 1813, in Blantyre, Scotland, the second of 7 children. His father was a tea merchant and his mother was a homemaker. From a young age, Livingstone had a strong interest in science and medicine, and he often performed medical experiments on animals. He also had a strong sense of religious devotion, which would later influence his work as a missionary. Livingstone studied medicine at the University of Glasgow, where he became interested in exploring foreign lands. After completing his medical degree in 1840, he joined the London Missionary Society and was sent to southern Africa as a missionary. Livingstone arrived in South Africa in 1841 and spent the next few years working as a missionary among the native tribes in the region. In 1849, Livingstone embarked on his first major expedition into the African interior, setting out to explore the Zambezi River. He was the first European to see the great waterfall that would later be named Victoria Falls. He also mapped the region and collected specimens of flora and fauna. Over the next several years, Livingstone continued to explore the African interior, traveling thousands of miles on foot and by boat. In 1855, Livingstone discovered a vast swampy area in Central Africa that he named Lake Nyassa. He also explored the Shire River, which flows into the lake, and mapped the region. He believed that this area had great potential for trade and development and hoped to establish a Christian mission there. Livingstone's final expedition, which began in 1866, was an attempt to locate the source of the Nile River. This expedition was fraught with difficulties, including illness, hostile tribes, and treacherous terrain. After several years of struggle, Livingstone was found by journalist Henry Morton Stanley in 1871, near Lake Tanganyika. Stanley famously greeted Livingstone with the words, "Dr. Livingstone, I presume?" Livingstone returned to Britain in 1873, but his health was poor, and he died a few months later on May 1, 1873. He was buried in Westminster Abbey, and his death was mourned throughout the world. Livingstone is remembered as a pioneering explorer and a dedicated missionary who worked tirelessly to promote trade, commerce, and Christianity in Africa. He helped to open up the African interior to exploration and paved the way for later explorers and missionaries. Today, his legacy lives on through the David Livingstone Trust, which works to promote education, health, and community development in Africa.